Coffee and Conversation, where you get your information. Whether local, regional, or international, Coffee and Conversation. Coffee and Conversation. Coffee and Conversation.
Well, we got the coffee part of it. Now let's do the conversation part. Back on Coffee and Conversation, and our conversation continues now with our next guest. She's with the Public Information Office of PNM, and we want to say hi to Shannon Jackson. Hi, Shannon.
Good morning.
Morning to you. Well, I got to give PNM credit. They've got our back, right?
Oh, most definitely, in more than one way.
Yeah, that's true. What you're here to talk about today are resources for small businesses, and PNM is doing what it can to support small business in New Mexico. Can we talk about those measures that you're doing?
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely not a secret that New Mexico small businesses have been hit especially hard lately with this pandemic. And as we all know, a lot of them have been faced with a lot of really difficult decisions, like can they survive this pandemic? Mm-hmm. Can they make payroll? Do they have to furlough their employees? Can they still serve their community? And how do they just get financial help? So at a time when everyone has just been so saturated with coronavirus information,
right,
what we're hearing from a lot of our small business customers is how overwhelmed they're feeling. And just being able to sort through it all when they're really just trying to look for help and covering their business expenses. And so what we're doing to help is our CEO activated the PNM call center in order to proactively reach out to these small business owners in the entertainment, hospitality, food services, and retail sectors. And what we did is we joined forces with the New Mexico Small Business Development Center, and we are connecting our small business customers with them to help them apply for federal and state and local financial assistance that they so desperately need right now.
Yeah.
And we have heard also, along with many other people, that federal funding is kind of in flux right now because it's all first come, first served basis.
Right.
But we want to make sure that our struggling small business customers still go after the available state and local financial assistance too.
So you guys are assisting these businesses in applying for these dollars, is that right? Did I hear you correctly?
Yeah, absolutely. We're helping them navigate through all of the information.
Okay, good.
So we activated the PNM call center, and we're linking our small business customers with the New Mexico Small Business Development Center, just so they can go directly to the application, give them the information that they need to apply, and get that application in there so they can get that financial assistance into their business as quickly as possible.
Looks like we're going to have another round of funding coming up here within a few days. So it's important to be right on top of it because the last round of funding ran out of money. And
it ran out pretty fast.
It did.
And, a lot of small businesses and their employees, quite frankly, are kind of sitting on pins and needles waiting for that additional federal funding to come in, but there's still state and local funding available. So, any kind of money right now, it's really a lifeline to a lot of struggling small businesses.
It sure is. It sure is. PNM is also helping people with their electric bills right now. If you're having trouble paying, you just call PNM and they'll work out something. Did I get that info right?
Yeah, most definitely. PNM is doing a lot to help our community right now. I mean, first and foremost, I have to say that we're keeping the lights on. And we're keeping that electricity flowing during the pandemic with so many people working from home and their kids are online doing their learning curriculum. Right. Our essential workers are behind the scenes and in the field working hard to ensure that everyone has the power that they need so that no matter what is going on in our state, keeping the lights on for our customers, our businesses, our hospitals, our police, our fire stations, around the clock, they have that electricity that they need. But in addition to that, though, we support our nonprofits who are struggling to still serve our community by investing more than $400,000 in grant money towards the different efforts that they have. We are supporting our local restaurants by buying food from them and then safely delivering them to healthcare workers, law enforcement, firefighters, and all that.
Yeah.
We've donated more than 5,000 N95 masks that we had in storage to our healthcare workers while still making sure that
Good.
our employees are safe and have the tools that they need. Let's see, some of the other things that we've been doing is we've been serving our children through donations to CYFD, and we've also been working with teachers to fill bags of supplies and books for children.
You
And
guys have
then
been busy.
yeah. And to your exact point, we have also been helping residential customers pay up to $150 on their PNM bills through the PNM Good Neighbor Fund. And that's really for families who find themselves they kind of just find that their household suddenly falls into a low-income status after this coronavirus fallout.
A lot of stuff. Shannon, thank you so much. Really glad to hear that you're coming to the aid of small business in New Mexico. They really need it. Thank you for being on our show today.
Thank you. We appreciate you always.
Thank you. Shannon Jackson with PNM and all the things that they're doing to help out in this crisis.